Welcome everyone to another production of Park TV 16 Sports on location. We are here at the campus of Benilde St. Margaret's, bringing you Metro West Conference Girls Varsity Basketball, featuring the Benilde St. Margaret's Red Knights taking on the St. Louis Park Orioles. There you see their record, 6-9 overall. The Red Knights coming in, taking on the Orioles at 5-10. However, their conference records are both winning records. St. Louis Park 3-1 in the conference. Chanhassen 2-1. We're about to begin. Benilde in their customary home uniforms, all red. I'm Robert Christensen. We're here at the Hobbins Center. Glad you're with us. Looking forward to this rivalry between St. Louis Park and Benilde every year. I love watching these two schools play girls basketball. Should be a great night of basketball action here on Park TV 16 Sports, and now we're about to begin, and that's Kendall Coley, number 32, against Patience Williams to tip it off. And we're underway here in mid-January on a cold night in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and St. Louis Park, I should say. Then Kendall Coley gets her own rebound as they are in white, and Benilde starts out in the man-to-man defense, and Kendall Coley hits a three from the corner to start it off for the Orioles, and now they are in a full court two-on man. That's a full court press, and they do cause a whistle. And is that a turnover already? Nope, foul on number 3 for St. Louis Park. That is Joelle Sheffield, number 11. So first team foul, but they're up 3-0, and they'll try to get it in. And that is gonna be a big obstacle for the Red Knights. Nice job looking in the middle, getting it to number 2. That's Sophie Coleman, the junior guard. Now into the front court, number 11 with it, Olivia Olson, the 8th grader guard. Over to the right side in the corner, that's number 2, Sophie Coleman. Bounce pass underneath, turnaround jump shot, short of the rim. That was taken by Patience Williams, and now on the rebound, back into the front court for the Orioles. Pass underneath to Kendall Coley. She turns, misses her jump shot, follows up, grabs the rebound, and gets a jump ball. And the possession arrow favors the Red Knights, so 3-0, and great activity here early on. Lots of energy by both schools. If you're just joining us, I think you're in for a treat. I feel a good game coming on here. All right, now into the front court. That's Sophie Coleman over the left side, and a quick jump shot from the outside by Mackenzie Swan, the senior guard. Rebound off the iron, given to number 23, Reagan Alexander. Now to number 3, that's Joelle Sheffield to the left side to Kendall Coley, who has the first 3 and only points of the game for the Orioles. Now a running jump shot, nicely done by Shayla Miller. The senior guard, number 31, makes it 6-0 Orioles. Now throw in against that tough trap press, and they cause another turnover. Shayla Miller right there, and that is gonna be the big obstacle as we look at Shayla Miller's nice running 5-foot jumper in the lane. Those are tough shots to make. Great skill exhibited there by Shayla Miller. Now to the top of the key to the left side, Reagan Alexander, or excuse me, that's Jordan Turek. Turek now, number 21. Back to Turek, playing catch with Joelle Sheffield. Now to the right corner, and Shayla Miller spots up and hits a 3. And now it's 8-0 Orioles. Ball to the front court, could have called a carrying there to let him get by with it. Turnaround jump shot by Sophie Coleman. Nicely done and well timed. Benilde needed some points there to stop the bleeding early on. Really big play stepping up there. Sophie Coleman getting that 2 on the turnaround jump shot on the fly. Well done. All right, now Jordan Turek almost traveled there, I thought. Shayla Miller into Reagan Alexander, stops, shoots, short of the rim. That's her second one, short. Nice rebound, though, underneath by Reagan Alexander, and she lays it up and in for a 10-2 lead for the Orioles. 15:37 to go here, first half. Fast-paced game, and the press is on by St. Louis Park, and they do break it this time. Sophie Coleman brings it across the line, all the way in, layup, and off the rim. Rebound to Patience Williams. That goes off the rim. Picked up by Reagan Alexander. She'll bring it up the front court on the right side. Over to the right side then, pass to Jordan Turek, her 3-point shot off that back iron. Rebound on the floor and another jump ball. This time the possession arrow will go towards the Orioles. And Shayla Miller will call it in as she calls out the play, number 1. Wow, up and down action here on Park TV 16 Sports. Checking in now, number 24, that's Anissa Wolf, the guard. Coming in for number 12, Tarina Rylaford, the 8th grader, will take a seat. And that shot off the boards, rebound for Benilde, and a chance to cut into that 10-2 early lead by the Orioles. Now Patience Williams underneath. They're gonna need a big game from her, and she get it. Nice, very smooth turnaround jump shot to the right side. Well done by Patience Williams, the senior forward guard. Answering there, 10-4, Red Knights. Now shot from the outside, Shayla Miller off the mark. Rebound by Reagan Alexander, and that's her second offensive rebound in a row and putback, and that's gonna cause a timeout by Michael Swan, the Benilde St. Margaret's coach, and I don't blame him. They gotta start to box out. They cannot let Reagan Alexander or anyone else get in there for those rebounds. As I would say if it was happening on the other end of the court, just as an objective coaching point there, you cannot let those offensive rebounds come down to the same player twice. You can't let it happen ever, and especially twice in a row. So good time for a timeout, because that's killing early on. So we look at Coach Arsenio Richardson. He had a great year last year. I think I remember their last game. We did a section game against the all-powerful Hopkins, and they gave him a run there. They ended up losing by 20, but I remember talking to him after the game and telling him that was a heck of an effort. He had a great game plan. He's a heck of a coach, Arsenio Richardson. And he's got his team off to a great start here with 14:43 to go as they come out of the timeout. Taken by Benilde. See if they can do a better job on the defensive boards. And the officials are talking something over there, not sure what it is. And now we'll get going here with 14:43 to go. Patience Williams, and they gotta try to find a way to beat this press. They get it to Olivia Olsen. Olsen back to number 24, Anaya Wolf. Wolf off the bench, drives the left side. Nice turnaround dribble, lays it up and off the mark. Just couldn't finish. Beautiful drive though. Reagan Alexander with the rebound, brings it across the midcourt line. Now the quick 3-point from Joelle Sheffield. Nicely done, 15-4 Park. Now Olivia Olsen on the far side, just an 8th grader, delivers it to number 1, Swan, and she answers with a 3. Nice job. Mackenzie Swan, the senior guard, cuts the lead to 8. Now Benilde's starting to show some offensive ability here. Now Jordan Turk at the top of the key, directing traffic to Reagan Alexander. Quick shot from the top of the key off the back iron, and nice rebound there by Olivia Olsen, and she'll take it right up the court. Split the defense, delivers it to the left side, and nicely taken away by Shayla Miller. And now ball loose and stolen back by Patience Williams, and now she'll put it on the floor, takes a shot off the mark. Rebound off Benilde, it looked like to me, and that's the call. So 13:34 to go here, first half, 15-7. And now substitutions for St. Louis Park into the match. Number 5, that's Kaya Hagdahl, and number 4, they'll bring the ball up court, Faith Johnson. And having a seat, taking a rest, will be Kendall Coley, number 32, and number 3, Joelle Sheffield. Okay, into the front court, Hegel to Jordan Turek. Back to Hegdahl. Now to Shayla Miller, and she's been hot out there, but off the back iron, rebound right to Mackenzie Swan, and she gets it ahead to Olivia Olsen, and she gets it ahead to number 2, that's Coleman. Coleman back to Patience Williams, looking across court, down low, and with the power dribble, she goes up and draws the foul, and that's number 24. Will go to the line, Anissa Wolf, just a sophomore. Nice look down there by Patience Williams, and smartly, Wolf just goes power dribble right up and draws the foul. That's what you got to do. Now the key is you got to convert those free throws. And her first one off the mark. Two team fouls on St. Louis Park, no team fouls on Benilde. So we look at Wolf's second, and she does make that one for a 7-point deficit now. So Benilde starting to eat into that lead. And into the front court is Hegdahl. Now Reagan Alexander drives, shoots, short jumper off the back of the iron. Olivia Olsen, the 8th grader, having a nice game. Solid player out there from what I can see so far. Just all around, rebounding, bringing the ball up, dishing it. Player to watch in the future here for Benilde, in my opinion. Now underneath, Wolf, left-handed layup, short of the rim, and St. Louis Park takes it over, pushing the ball down the court to Shayla Wilson, to Reagan Alexander, nicely done on the fast break. And it all started with number 5, Hegdahl, keeping her head up, spotting the open Miller, and then Miller seeing Alexander for the 2. Well done, perfect fast break layup. And now on the other end, missing is Coleman, and now another fast break opportunity. Miller to Jordan Turk, and that ball off the rim. And there's going to be a whistle and a push called on, looks like it might be on Shayla Miller, which will be their 3rd team. Nope, it's going to be called on Reagan Alexander. 3rd team foul, 4 from the bonus, and now substitutions en masse for St. Louis Park. Now into the match for the first time, Sadie Yorosh, the junior guard, and Kendall Coley now back in, and that foul was on number 31, Shayla Miller. For the 3rd team foul, I correct that. Okay, now picking up the ball, and that's trouble on the press, and they smartly take it away. Yorosh does. Oh no, that's Faith Johnson on the steal. And St. Louis Park is just relentless on the full court press. Now checking in, Sophie Coleman, number 2. She started. She comes in for number 24, Wolf. Here's Sophie Coleman. Now Patience Williams will throw it into Olivia Olsen. Back to Patience. You got to keep the ball in the middle of the court. Now over the left side to Coleman. Nice job. Now Swan. That nice bounce pass, inlet pass to Coleman. Unable to convert on the basket shot off the bankboard. And now quick, Hegdahl will take a quick 3, and she nails it. My goodness, it's 20-8, 12-point lead, 11:41 to go here. And the press is still on. And now there's Mackenzie Swan all alone. Can she get it off in time and fire it? She stumbled with the ball, otherwise she would add more time. And now wide open, Hegdahl comes right in and makes the layup, and it's 22-8. And Arsenio Richardson and the Park Orioles are off the bench, excited about that sequence. And they should be. Their team is up 12 with 11:21 to go here first half, and Benilde needs to call another timeout as we look at that replay as Hegdahl converts on that fast break. And St. Louis Park has come to play, folks. The intensity is palpable from their bench, and I'm situated just a little bit back and to the left of them, and we watched Hegdahl nail that 3 earlier. So they are on fire tonight here in January in St. Louis Park at Benilde St. Margaret's. I'm Robert Christensen, glad you're with us. I was looking at their records coming into tonight's game, and they do have 2 common opponents that I could identify, at least at first glance. They both are 3 common opponents, and they have similar records. They both have already beaten Jefferson of Bloomington and Kennedy of Bloomington, and they both lost to Robbinsdale Cooper. So I do think that on paper, these teams seem evenly matched in terms of their records. They're 3-1 in the conference versus 2-2, 2-1. And they both have losing records overall, but that could be having to do with strength of schedule and the holiday tournaments. St. Louis Park's only 5-10, but they certainly don't look like a 5-10 team tonight, that is for sure. And on the throw-in, it goes out of bounds, and St. Louis Park forces another turnover, and they are just bringing the intensity and not letting up, at least not so far, as now Joelle Sheffield will throw it in for St. Louis Park. 11:16 to go here, first half. And now a nice steal there by Olivia Olsen. I like her as a player. She is fun to watch, and she knows where to be there, and she got that steal. That was brilliant. Now on the right side, that's Yorosh. Kicks it out to, that's Faith Johnson. Her shot off the rim, and rebound to Sheffield, and she gets it to Yorosh. Her shot's off the mark. Olsen with the rebound, and she draws the foul on the reach-in. That'll be Sheffield, and that'll be the first team foul against the Orioles. Got her on the wrist, and she'll take a seat. And now coming in for the Orioles are the starters, Reagan Alexander, Shayla Miller, and Jordan Turek. And that is Wolf now back in the game for the Red Knights. It's to Olivia Olsen, and boy, she's bringing the ball up the court, and I think that's how they should have it. She is very comfortable. And she looks like she could be playing a forward or a center position as well, but I like her at point guard. There's Swan, almost traveled, and nice pass by Swan. She's got great vision. I didn't even see that pass. That was amazing. Threaded the needle, just couldn't quite convert, and that's all about finishing in this game. You can look great going all the way up to the rim, but unless you make it, that's where the money's made. Now Jordan Turk, short jumper off the rim, rebound to Faith Johnson, and her rebound shot is off the mark, and Olsen gets the rebound, but throws it to no one, and there is Shayla Miller, and she gives it to Reagan Alexander, who draws the push, inadvertently, I would think. At least it looked like that to me. It felt like that. Sophie Coleman will draw that foul. And that'll now be Benilde's first team foul. St. Louis Park, I apologize, that last foul was on St. Louis Park, and that was their 4th team. Now Benilde gets their first team foul, and now they have substituting. Sitting down will be number 12, Rella Ford, number 1, Swan, and number 24, Wolf. And on the inbounds pass, Kendall Coley's shot just eludes the basket, and now Reagan Alexander from outside is off the mark. So St. Louis Park is not very hot from the outside of late. Now Olivia Olsen brings the ball the whole way, stops, pops, shoots, and scores. Look at that, folks. That is a player right there, number 11, Olivia Olsen. Okay, Shayla Miller drives the lane. Off the rim, and I think she drew the foul. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. She comes right in. Yeah, got her with the body. I think that's Swan. No, that's number 3. Excuse me, number 10, one of the recent substitutions. That's Bella Davison. Just a nice gear. Look at that. That's big time, folks. Come and bring the ball all the way down the court. Having the patience, the presence to stop, square up, have her balance, and shoot that jumper in a big time varsity game as an 8th grader. Big time. Quick shot there on the rebound by Kendall Coley, short. There's an opportunity here for Benilde. They can start to connect on some shots. Now Olivia Olsen moves the ball to the left side. And that's Davison, and there's a whistle and a travel called on Patience Williams. So Benilde, they've got to eliminate those turnovers. Those unforced errors are just going to kill you in a game like this, especially against a high-pressure defense like St. Louis Park. They feed off that stuff. That's where they make their living, is forcing those mistakes. Into the game there for Benilde. That's Brooklyn Miller, just an 8th grader. Number 3. And there's a steal by Benilde, and now Olivia Olsen brings it up the court. Nice pass underneath the Williams, unable to handle it. And coming away with it is Kendall Coley, and now she'll shoot from 3-point land. Boy, not shy at shooting here. And there's a foul, a whistle away from the play. Got a push, and that's going to be a non-shooting foul on Benilde. So now 2 team fouls for Benilde versus 4 for St. Louis Park. Shayla Miller drives the lane, shops, pops. She made that one early on in the match. Misses that one, however. That is a tough shot, those running jumpers from close in. And the ball out of bounds to Benilde. And we have a substitution. Hegdahl there she is, checking in. Reagan Alexander, number 23, will have a seat. And this time they lay off the pressure with a 13-point lead and 9:02 to go. Olivia Olsen looks to the bench for some direction. Still looking for direction, and now she'll start the play. She drives left, dribbles between her legs, stops, looking for someone to throw it to. That's Coleman. Coleman looks to drive, pulls back, looks for the shot, nothing there. Now Olsen drives, comes right in, almost made that. Would have been wise to go off the backboard, I think, there for Olsen. Now coming all the way down, Kendall Coley with the underhand layup. Drives the length of the court, can't let that happen. I used to be a point guard player. You gotta stop the ball every time, at least make them pass it once. Gotta stop the ball. That's a lack of communication on team defense there. Right away, once that ball comes the other way, you gotta be calling out ball. Someone, whether it's your guy or not, you gotta stop the ball. Now driving, number 10 for Benilde, that's Bella Davidson. Off the mark, Shayla Miller with the rebound. She drives the court. And now taken away by Olivia Olsen. Being chased, this will be interesting. She draws the foul. Oh, there was no whistle. Nice job by Olsen with the presence to stay composed and make that layup. Deficit now 13 for the Red Knights. Now in the far corner, Hegdahl puts up the 3, way off the mark and off the backboard. Out of bounds, 7:42 to go here. And And now more substitutions on both sides as Faith Johnson checks in for Kendall Coley. And also Wolf back in as long for Benilde, along with Tyrena Relaford, the 8th grade guard. And so ball will be thrown in. Olivia Olson will take a rest, and a well-deserved one for the Red Knights. Now into the front court, that's number 3, Brooklyn Miller. And the shot is made by Benilde. And they're gonna count it, and the foul, that's gonna be an and one and a 3-point opportunity here for a nice Wolf underneath here. Oh, definitely drew the foul with the body. Foul gonna be called on Sadie Yarosh, the junior. Chance to cut the lead to within 10. So Benilde starting to right the ship here just a little bit with 7.5 minutes to go here, first half. Now Yarosh brings the ball across the line on the right side. Being guarded by number 12, Relaford for Benilde. Yarosh picks it up and dragged her foot, turnover, and a chance for Benilde. You sense the momentum starting to change just a little bit as Kendall Coley now will check in for the Orioles. She'll come in for Yarosh. Now Patience Williams will throw it in, and the press is back on, and no surprise there. Coach Arsenio Richardson does not want this game to get close after a 13-point lead. Nice job by Brooklyn Miller getting out of trouble there. Beautiful pass by Miller, the 8th grader. That's Miller with it at the top of the key, showing great court presence there for Benilde. Nice bounce pass underneath, and just not quite there for Swan. He was a little late getting there as well, just a misconnect, but good idea. Faith Miller, though, on the fast break, and that's where, when they turn the ball over deep in the offensive end, they are not quick enough to get back. Gotta avoid those turnovers, especially way down low. Now another turnover down low, and St. Louis Park will push it. That's Faith Miller, brings it to Jordan Turk, cutting through the lane, and she misses the layup. Rebound to Relaford. Relaford, though, double teamed, and turnover, as Relaford apparently lost it. Let's see here, she pulls up. She's being crowded, no foul that I can see, just putting a lot of pressure on her, and then, Turk hit the ball, and it went off her thigh, and good call by the officials. Ball for the Orioles, another turnover against Red Knights. Inbounds pass to Turk. She tries the layup, and Wolf commits the foul on Turek, and she'll go to the line and shoot 2. 6:34 to go here. First half at the Hobbins Center. ParkTV 16 Sports streaming live on YouTube. All our activities that we broadcast here are now being streamed live on YouTube. As Turek makes that basket, and a 28-15 lead, and that matches their highest of the night, 13. And Turek now makes it 14, their biggest lead. So just when Benilde was coming back, but the turnovers, 2 consecutive turnovers after coming within 10. And now another turnover, 3rd one in a row. That is really gonna be a problem here if Benilde wants to get back into this match. Okay, Hegdahl now gives it up to Shayla Miller. No pressure by Benilde. And there's Miller. Faith Johnson, Turek, Coley. Coley down to Shayla Miller with the big 3, and she drains it. My goodness, 16-point lead now. No, 17-point lead. 32-15 on the road. Bounce pass to Wolf. She gets down to Olivia Olson. They need her in that match, that's for sure. And now another turnover, 4th consecutive turnover by Benilde. And now Coley to Shayla Miller, and she nails her 2nd consecutive 3, and they are in the groove here, the Orioles are, with a 20-point lead with 5.5 and more to go. And now Relaford takes the layup and it goes off the rim, and now a rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of Hegdahl and the Orioles. And here is Shayla Miller's 3-pointer, the 2nd consecutive. Look at that form. Nice follow through. Bingo, 3 points. All right, throw in for Mackenzie Swan, and there's the 2nd 3 in a row. 6 points on turnovers. And now we got a throw in and a quick whistle and a reach in. Oh, a jump ball they're gonna call. Possession arrow favors Benilde, so they'll retain possession. Or did they call a foul? I thought that was a jump ball. But no, the foul was on I misread the official signals, but you can see Patience Williams is at the line. 14 fouls for St. Louis Park and 4 for Benilde, 7 for St. Louis Park. So that means Benilde is in the bonus for all fouls going towards. That's why she's at the line. That was what the 1-1 was. It was a 1-1. All right, off the miss, Turek quickly into the front court, over the left side, Miller going for a third consecutive three, that time off the mark. Rebound, Kendall Coley, and that ball off the mark and out of bounds to St. Louis Park. Shayla Miller will throw it in. Clock stopped at 5:26 to go here. Quick moving first half. High-paced, high-intensity game here, and that's St. Louis Park bringing the pressure and the intensity since the beginning bell. And now ball to Benilde, and they're down 19. So if I'm them, I try to play a game within a game here just to, make it relevant, see if you can cut it down to 9. They did make a little bit of a run there, so it's not impossible. And now Olivia Olsen, and she's gonna have to be a big part of that comeback. And now the nice drive along the baseline. And drawing the foul is Anissa Wolf, sophomore. They gave up the baseline. She took advantage, just couldn't quite convert it. She got hacked on the elbow there as she went up for that shot, so she'll shoot 2 with the clock stopped. 5:11 to go. And she makes it. Now checking in for St. Louis Park for Yarosh is number 5, Hegdahl. Kyra Hegdahl, just an 8th grader herself. A lot of young underclassmen playing tonight. That's good to see. Some talent out there, folks, coming up on the ranks, that's for sure, for both teams. And off the make, it's 35-18. And now Jordan Turek, experienced veteran for the Orioles. Brings the ball in, it's knocked out of bounds by Benilde. Possession will stay with the Orioles. Decent crowd on hand here tonight on a cold Tuesday night, post Martin Luther King holiday. Still winter here in Minnesota, that is for sure. Olivia Olsen now on the rebound, coming down the middle. She stopped. Boy, she has got all the skills, folks. Nice job there by Patience Williams, taking the pass and delivering the 2 points, cutting the lead to 15. Now a little more manageable. 4:43 to go here, first half. A chance for Benilde to make a little bit of a run here before halftime, get some momentum, get some confidence. Now on the left side, Hegdahl. And that's off the mark, rebound, and they're gonna call the foul on Miller with the push, and that's gonna be a 1-1, and this is where Benilde can get an edge now, is get to the line and make the free throws. Watch Hegdahl. And yep, there's Shayla Miller over the back. Good call by the officials. She's wondering what she did. Well, we got it right here on videotape. Shayla. All right, back at the other end, at the free throw line, number 2, Sophie Coleman. And boy, Benilde, they've got to make these free throws if they want to make a game of this. Oh man, that's too, oh, look at Olsen, Olivia Olsen. That's what I'm talking, she didn't make the shot, folks, but she will most of the time. That was one big time rebound, folks. That is big time. That rebound is the best play I've seen tonight here. Rebounds aren't necessarily always highlights, but that was a highlight. Her going up and over and getting that ball, not drawing the foul, and putting that ball up, and it almost went in. That was amazing. Just an 8th grader. She is going to be a star. All right, Olivia Olsen now with the ball. She reminds me of Paige Beckers just a little bit at Hopkins. Now that I think of it, it just came to mind. She could be the next Paige Beckers in this state. All right, now underneath, nice left-handed layup there by Wolf. Cuts it back to 13, just under 4 minutes to go, 3:53 to be exact. Now Turek drives the lane and digs it off to Faith Johnson, and her 3-point off the mark, way over the rim. Rebound again by Reagan Alexander, and she is making her living there tonight, folks. That's the 3rd offensive rebound, put back for a layup, and this time she draws the foul. Boy, that is big time there too. That's Excellent rebounding there by that woman right there, Reagan Alexander, big time. She's made 9 points and about to make her 10th just on rebounds. Rebounding is such an important part of winning games. .15 lead here, trying to extend it back to 16. Their highest was 20. And off the mark, rebound. Nice job by Wolf, keeping Faith Johnson off the ball. Now Patience Williams into the front court. Coleman, oh, and she turns it over. She didn't look to see. That's why you want your guards, your ball handlers, bringing the ball up. And now a timeout, and not a bad time for a timeout by Michael Swan. I like that idea there. 3:33 to go here. His team has shown signs of life. And they got away with one there. Almost gave up a turnover for an easy basket. Now a chance to kind of settle them down. That's kind of his body language seems to be suggesting that. And like I say, they're down 15. They can cut it to 10. Boy, that would be, or anything close to 10, that would be, I'd go into the locker room feeling like some momentum that we can get back with these guys, St. Louis Park that is. So that would be, he's looking at the scoreboard. I don't know if he's saying those exact words or anything close to that, but that's what I would be talking about. And then, of course, the technical aspects of what they got to do better. And they got to take care of the ball better and just stop turning the ball over, giving away free points. And that's easier said than done when you're playing a tenacious, quick defense like the Orioles. So it's easy to sit here in the stands and say it, but when you're having a swarming full court press coming at you, it's another thing. So, but they're hanging in there, Benilde. They definitely appear to be overmatched in speed and quickness and size, but they are hanging in there, and they've got the ability to pull this thing out. They've got the talent. He's got to put it together here a little bit. And meanwhile, the Orioles, they are just smoking right now. They are on cruise control, and they are having a great game. 37 points here with 3:33 to go. Arsenio Richardson, a very experienced coach, has these players, and they are a senior-laden team, so they have high aspirations. They took Hopkins to a good match in the sections last year, and I'm sure they want to do at least that well this year. And now underneath the Patience Williams, and she makes the shot. So good timeout there by Coach Michael Swan. And now it's a 13-point deficit for Benilde. Now to the far side, Faith Johnson to Hegdahl, drives the lane, comes in, blocked by Patience Williams, and a rebound by Olivia Olson, and now she'll bring it up the court, as she should. Up the middle, turns around. Now to Coleman, back to Olson, to Patience Williams. It's a good trio, those three. And Swan. Good outside shooter. They got a good combination out there. Wolf in the corner. Now Patience Williams will try the three. And way short. No one there for the rebound. 2:47 to go. Yeah, disappointment there by Coach Swan. Oh, and that's going to be an offensive. Oh, they called a carry. That could have been an offensive foul, too. She put the forearm out there, right there. Bang! That's more an offensive foul than it is a carry, I would say. The forearm shiver. Delivered. Coleman took that like a champ. She might have a bruise. She'll feel that tomorrow. All right, 24-37, 13-point deficit. They can cut it to 10 or less. There's still that chance here after all this firepower by the Orioles. And Olivia Olson comes in, and she is stuffed by Reagan Alexander, but taken away by Wolf. She's got Olson's back. That's a great teammate there. And nice Olson backing up her teammate there, Olivia Olson. Now Olson will get a second chance, and now, oh, they called a travel. I'd like to see that. I mean, it probably was. I was obstructed by Coach Arsenio Richardson. Here it is. She must have just lost her balance here, because that's not going to happen. See, pivot foot, yep, she did. She picked it up. Good call. Okay, you're roasting out in the front court. 2:09 to go. Over to the right side, Shayla Miller. Calling out, barking out plays, instructions. Now Turek. Both coaches up on their feet here late in the first half. They all know how you finish these halves can have a long way to go and how it starts out in the second half. Orioles being very deliberate here. Shayla Miller turns around, shoot, and rebound to Brooklyn Miller, the 8th grader. Comes up with a big rebound for Benilde. You know, I've been watching her. She's just an 8th grader. She's not the largest girl out there, but she's got some skills. She's a fun player. She got a nice rebound not too long ago. and came up with the ball there, brought it up the court. And there's number 11, another 8th grader, so the future looks bright here for Benilde, and it looks bright right now as well. Unfortunately, Wolf couldn't make that one, and now Reagan Alexander comes down quickly. Roche at the baseline, hits Turek underneath. Good defense, and now kicks it out to Miller. Her three-point shot, this time off the mark, and Wolf gets the one-handed rebound and draws the foul by Miller. Miller complaining about it, not understanding, what did I do? You don't have to be, yeah, did you see her catch that with one arm? That was amazing. Great athleticism being displayed out there. Nice of Wolf. She draws the foul, stops the clock, and now a chance to come within 11 here, if my math is correct. Think about that. I mean, it looks like it's been all Orioles, and if they only go into the halftime here, up 10, be a bit of a disappointment. If you're an Orioles fan and if you're a Benilde fan, you're hanging in there. They're a scrappy bunch tonight, hanging in there. But boy, the free throws, if they can make their free throws and eliminate the turnovers, this game would be a lot tighter. But every coach laments that, and I don't have to be a rocket science to point that out to anyone, that's for sure. But that is the case. Okay, now Wolf with the second shot, and she makes that one. So good, she made one of two, 12-point deficit, and that hasn't been that close for most of the first half. So Benilde making inroads here for another defensive stop, and Coleman came in to cut it off and almost came up with it. Ball out of bounds to the Orioles, 50.8 seconds to go here, half number one. We're at the Hobbins Center in Benilde St. Margaret's in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. Waning moments here of half number one, and right over Brooklyn Miller, and Turek shot, and Miller almost gets that rebound. Would have been her third, I think, and then Turek gets the rebound and drives it in. Now 41 seconds to go. Brooklyn Miller brings it up. No full court press over to Olivia Olson, number 11. Olson picks it up to Coleman, the junior. Bounce pass to no one in there. Turnover. Now in the front court, Orioles, 20 seconds. Quickly, Kendall Coley takes the shot and delivers a heartbreaking three if you're a Benilde fan. And now it's 18-point lead. Is my math right? 35, yes. 17-point lead. And as Brooklyn Miller drives and gives to the Swan, she shoots a three, which goes in, but way after the buzzer, and that will conclude half number one. Your score here from the Hobbins Center, 42-25. Come on back for half number two.
New message.
Your social security number has been suspended. If you do not contact us, your account will be deactivated.
Scammers are aggressive when they contact a potential victim. Social Security Administration employees will never threaten you for information or promise benefits in exchange for information. In those cases, the call is fraudulent and you should just hang up. Don't provide any personal or financial information to these thieves. Call the Social Security Fraud Hotline at 1-800-269-0271.
Welcome back to ParkTV 16 sports broadcast of girls varsity basketball. We're at Benilde St. Margaret's High School, bringing you St. Louis Park, and they are against Benilde, of course, and they are up 42-25, and it was kind of hard to explain the first half. St. Louis Park came out gangbusters with the full court press, got up to a huge lead, and then Benilde started to inch back, got within, I think, 11. With just a couple, 3 minutes to go before St. Louis Park was able to balloon that lead back out to 17. So we'll see what happens. Benilde has some nice young players here, specifically number 11, Olivia Olson. Keep an eye on her. And if they can cut down the turnovers, they might get back into it. So we're underway here. Benilde and red going left to right here in the second half. Patience Williams with the rebound, and they get off to a great start as she puts the putback in there. And the lead now is 15. And right away, Arsenio Richardson has a sub coming in. Shayla Miller waiting to come in already for the Orioles. And now their first possession in the second half. And that's number 3, Sheffield with it to Jordan Turek. Turek down low, wide open. Kendall Coley, shot, misses everything. Rebound, Patience Williams. So really good start here for Benilde. Now Olivia Olson, the 8th grader. She drives left. Look at that dribbling, and a timeout right away taken by Michael Swan. He saw something he did not like, and he wants to correct it now. And I like that kind of move. Yeah, he is not happy, drops the clipboard, and that's good. It must have been something they discussed at halftime, and they're not doing what he does, and I like that kind of coaching. That's good stuff. All right, let's look at Benilde St. Margaret's upcoming schedule here. Orono coming up next on the 23rd. What is today? January 21st, 2020. So they've got 3 road games coming up at Orono, at Chanhassen, at Minneapolis Southwest, then back here a week from this Friday, Bloomington Jefferson, and I think ParkTV 16 Sports will be there, bringing you that. Then they're at Chaska. Chaska always tough. I don't even have to know, they're always tough. Robbinsdale Cooper, they are very tough. They lost to them earlier, and so did the Park Orioles. So Robbinsdale Cooper, and I'm just looking, where are they? Yeah, they're 3-1 in the conference, 12-4 overall. And Chaska's 4-0 in the conference, 12-4 overall. Chaska, always a strong athletic community. Having grown up in Shakopee, I'm aware of their lineage there. They've had some Division I basketball players come out of there, some Division Pro baseball players. None of that from Shakopee, though, that I can think of. All right, coming out of the timeout, and let's see if the message got sent to the Red Knights by Coach Swan. And the ball into Patience Williams. Now Olivia Olson. Tight pressure by Kendall Coley. Olivia Olson putting the moves on and taken away by Shayla Miller. And the break. Turnaround jump shot, and Olson answers back with the block. That is stellar, even though she gave up the turnover, but there's the 3-point shot by the experienced veteran Jordan Turek. And now Patience Williams just about lost it, and this is where they run into trouble, is the turnovers and the quickness of the Orioles, and now a foul by Wolf. And this is the quickness that the Orioles have, that the Benilde St. Margaret Red Knights have not found an answer for. And look at Jordan Turek right outside the line, coolly, calmly delivers the 3, and now she gets the rebound underneath and draws another foul. Another one by Wolf. Now 2 team fouls suddenly. That brings a substitute up for Coach Swan. And I think Wolf will be having a seat here at the next whistle. 2 quick fouls, that's Wolf's 3rd personal, and that's the team's 2nd half team foul. And yeah, Wolf will take a seat in for her, number 12, Tiriana Relaford, another 8th grader, so real young lineup out there. For Benilde is Jordan Turek. Try to extend the lead to 20, their largest of the match, and she does so. Jordan Turek, the senior, comes in, puts down the 3, gets 2 rebounds, and now she gets another steal. Fakes the shot, ball goes around the horn, back to Shayla Miller. She'll back up at the top, being guarded by Swan. Now Swan, they'll switch off, playing a matchup zone is what they're playing. That's when they play man-to-man, when they're in your zone, and then they switch. Shayla Miller with a 3, and the Orioles trying to put the hammer down here early. Lays down the 3, 23-point lead, and splitting the defense is Coleman. Nice job. It's exactly what you're supposed to do when you're in the backcourt and face the press, to split the defense. And Olivia Olson splits the defense there and unable to come up with the shot. She got hung up there just a little bit. Nice idea, though, by Olson. Now Turek delivers the 3, and what can you do, folks? Jordan Turek, 2 threes, 2 steals, and 2 free throws in 3.5 minutes of play in the second half. And there's a nice answer for Relaford, who comes in off the bench in the second half. She started the match to begin with in the first half, but nice job for her to kind of right the ship. A 24-point lead for the Orioles. Now Turek is just off to a great start here, and Kendall Coley. In fact, all the Orioles are playing much tighter here in the second half. They played a great first half, but they were more sloppy than they appear now, and that's not good news for the Red Knights. Now Olson drives the lane and unable to finish. She'll learn how to do that in due time, folks, but she knows how to get to the basket. And that ball way off the mark, taken by Joelle Sheffield. Now rebound to Relaford, but out-hustled there by Sheila Miller, and she gets it to Turk, who shot now. She's going cold there. Now Coleman with the rebound, and she'll drive the court over to the timeline, has to pull up there by Turk's defense. Now underneath to Patience Williams, and her bank shot way off the mark. Rebound to Sheffield for the Orioles, and now she has it in the front court. And she drives the lane as she saw the opening, dishes it off to Faith Johnson, and her three-point shot off the rim, but she follows her own shot. Great lesson there for anybody watching. Follow your jump shot, that's what happens. And it results in 2 points for Kendall Coley. What effort there by number 4, Faith Johnson for the Orioles. My goodness. I do like this Orioles team. Well coached. Ball off the rim and out of bounds to looks like to the Orioles, and we've got substitutions for both teams. Miller will have a seat, and Kendall Coley comes out. That's number 15 checking in. That's Isis Brown, junior center. And Mackenzie Swan will throw it in, and she gets into Olivia Olsen. Olsen drives the net, comes right in and switches to the left side, folks. Did you see that? She can go from right to left-handed as an 8th grader that smoothly. Draws the foul. Watch this crossover. Drives the lane, then switches to her left hand. I'm not sure I think she's right-handed. I don't even know, but you can't tell, and that's the point. Loads of talent there. Having an off night shooting. I'm sure it's very frustrating for her, but exciting player to watch, nevertheless. All right, now checking in here soon after the whistle and the free throw, if it's made. Number 14 from the JV, Ellie Ostad. There she is, a sophomore, checking in, and sitting down will be Jordan Turk. Nice second half start for her. 2 threes, 2 steals, and a couple of free throws. Not bad in 7 minutes work in a varsity high school basketball game. Well done, Jordan Turk. All right, now Sophie Yarosh down low to Hegdahl. Nice look by Yarosh. Hegdahl couldn't convert, looking for the foul, but I didn't see one. Wishful thinking, I think. Now Olsen all the way down, gives it off to Relaford, and her shot just not finishing. I think they're just rushing it. They just take their time. And now off the bench, number 14, who is that? The sophomore JV player nails a 3 right off the bench, making it a 30-point lead for the Orioles on the road. And now Olsen comes in and she draws the foul. And that could have went either way. And there, so does Isis Brown. She's wondering about that too. Look at this shot, folks, from the sophomore JV player. Perfect angle by our camera. Fun to watch. Okay, now Olivia Olsen, number 11 at the line. Both teams have 2 team fouls, 13-14 to go here, second half. And now that's Kendall Coley coming in for Faith Johnson. And Olsen will get a second. And that's off the back of the iron. Kendall Coley with the rebound and a 29-point lead, 13-13 to go. And Kendall Coley will shoot right away off the pick by Isis Brown, or the screen, who you want to call it. And now we have a, tie ball, and possession arrow to Benilde. So they'll have a throw in, looks like, no, I'm sorry, the Orioles have the possession arrow. They'll throw it in. That's Kendall Coley underneath, number 32. As Olivia Olsen will take a breather with 13:02 to go. And in for her, there's number 10, Bella Davison. And Isis Brown tries to handle the inbounds pass, and she gets tied up with Davison. And that means the possession arrow will go to Benilde this time, and the ball will go to them. And in the match there, that is number 51, and she is off the JV. That's Kayla Wabin, an 8th grader, throwing it in. And that is Brooklyn Miller. Love that name, Brooklyn Miller. All right, now Sophie Coleman drives the lane. She has the opening. Can she get it to go down? And that is a stellar play there by Sophie Coleman. Big time. Big, strong drive. Put her shoulder down, and she went right in traffic and scooped that in and drew the foul. Yeah, she has every right to do the fist pump there. Big time. Nice job there. Also fun to watch. Nice drive like that. Just how you draw it up. She saw the opening and between two people grabbing at it. Turek. Kendall Coley's like 6'2". Maybe she's 6'3" now. Nice job. 26-point lead for the Orioles, and there is the JV player, and that is their secret weapon. Ellie Ostad, 2 for 2 from three-point land in the second half. Puts the lead back up 29. Brooklyn Miller with it on the right side, down to the corner. That's Relaford. Relaford, nice bounce pass to Coleman, and she runs right into Isis Brown and Kendall Coley, and now she pushes it up to Hegdahl. Over to Ostad, and she misses the shot. What a perfect breakout. Fast break that was. Well done, Arsenio Richardson, the coach. He has these guys going well. Well-oiled fast break there. Kendall Coley looking up the floor right away, seeing Hegdahl, who saw Ostad and just couldn't convert. And good job by Benilde getting back to thwart that shot too on defense. Not to be forgotten, for sure. Now we have a double dribble, Paul, with 11:41 to go. Good basketball here, despite the differential score. Nice individual efforts here, good team play. I'm enjoying this game. It's a great game. The score isn't always indicative of an exciting game, and there's some exciting players out here, folks. Really fun to watch on both teams. Okay, now on the far side, that's Ostad. Now Kendall Coley. Both teams well coached, just fun basketball to watch. Okay, Turek underneath. Turn around and look at that shot, and bounces in. She's having a great second half. 10 points, 2 steals. My goodness. Nice individual performance by Jordan Turek, and she's one among many. All right, that's number 50, that's Wobbin. Wobbin drives all the way around and got in a little too far. Nice, I like the way she took control though. Good initiative by Wobbin. Now, Jordan Turek. The senior shows the 8th grader how it's done. 12 points for Jordan Turek, and she is just in her element right now. Now Brooklyn Miller picks it up. Nice bounce pass underneath. Good vision by Brooklyn Miller. Now Coleman drives, steps back, pops, shoots. Ooh, that would have been a nice make there. She's got good moves. Okay, now Kendall Coley with the rebound. 10:25 to go here, second half. Metro West Conference. I'm Robert Christensen. This is ParkTV 16 Sports. We're streaming live on YouTube. Stay tuned to all our athletic contests. We've got them coming up. 2 hockey games on Thursday featuring Benilde girls and Benilde boys, and another basketball game on Friday night. Ball out of bounds to Benilde, and coming in now will be Patience Williams. She'll come in from Wobbin. Nice drive there by Wobbin. I'm glad she got a chance to do that. Great experience for the 8th grader. Oh, she's gonna stay in. So Relaford comes out, and also Brooklyn Miller had a nice pass down below there. So we look at Jordan Turek make that last drive. Now Coleman. Just under 10 minutes to go here, second half. Coleman now with the drive, steps back. She's got great skills there. Patience Williams finds Davison. Davison shot, misses everything, and Patience Williams tried to save it, but unable to do so. Now a throw in by Kendall Coley. 34-67. 33-point differential here. I don't think the outcome is in doubt, but stay tuned and watch some great basketball action. A lot of good talent, a lot of young talent. Been talking about them individually through the night. Nice pass down below to Ostad. Look at that, folks. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's fun to watch regardless of the score. And the joy of Kendall Coley and the pass that she made. Look at that vision, and Ostad to deliver. She's a nice young player. Look at that joy there, huh? That is fun. Kendall Coley, the scream she let up by making that pass. When you have players that love the assists as much as scoring the points, you got good teammates. And oftentimes it's more fun because you're the creative one. You're the one that saw something that couldn't happen and you found your player, your teammate, your comrade in arms. There's Coley still bringing it, trying to steal the ball in the backcourt. Now into the front court is Patience Williams. Bounce pass over to Sophie Coleman. She's protecting the ball very well. Turk right up on her. Now Wobbin. Wobbin down low to Patience Williams. She does drop it in there nicely. What a nice feed by Wobbin. Number 50 into Patience Williams. 2 points for Benilde. Now Turk drives the lane and she draws the foul. Wobbin got her with the body. She knows it. A little frustration there. Not much though. It's kind of a ticky-tack foul, I think, especially with the differential score here. Look at that nice pass by Wobbin. Threading the needle. Perfect touch on that. Patience Williams put it right where she needed to be so she could turn. She didn't have to adjust much and just turn and shoot it in there. That's how you make those spots. Much like volleyball, it's all about the set. Nice rebound there by Wobbin. So nice assist and a rebound on the scoring column for Wobbin for Benilde. Now Olivia Olsen to the left side. Finds Patience Williams. Short on that jumper. Now, look at that fast break, folks. That is a thing of beauty. Big time. If you've ever played organized basketball, those fast breaks, they have got it down to perfection tonight here. Richardson's Orioles do. Fun to watch. 8:17 to go here. Coleman. I do like the standoff over there between Coleman and Turek. They are going at it. Junior versus the senior, and Wobbin gets it handpicked from her. Oh my goodness, Coleman coming in from out of nowhere, not having any of that inlet pass to Coley. I think that these girls aren't still fighting. You are absolutely wrong. Watch this. Hello. Yep, a little bump there to Kendall Coley just to know where she's at. Nothing wrong with that. All good, fair sportsman, good play. Great memories these girls are making for later in life. Great skills they're learning. Just lots of good feelings around this game tonight on both teams. Okay, now that's number 10 in the match for St. Louis Park. That's Isabel Siegel, the junior, also off the JV. So Arsenio getting some more players with experience, as is Michael Swan's Red Knights. And Patience Williams, and they call the foul. That was close. Isis Brown and Patience Williams going head-to-head there. She had the ball. Yeah, I don't know. Boy, that's tough. I don't know if I agree with that call. In fact, I don't. I mean, she may have touched the back, the small of her back just briefly, but I don't think that's a foul. Okay, now Austin with her, could have been her third three of the second half. Now Olivia Olsen brings it up. Good to see that St. Louis Park has laid off that press with this big of a lead. Shows class on Coach Richardson's part for sure. Got other aspects of the game they can work on, and there is the JV player off the bench making the steal. Number 10, Siegel leads to a bucket to Hegdahl. Siegel with the steal, feeds Hegdahl, 2 points, St. Louis Park, 73-36 lead. It's gotta feel good for that JV player, huh? When you're young like that, getting on this thing, it does feel different when you're on the JV court. When you get on that varsity court, there's a little bit more intensity. Ratchets up the pressure, and there she gets another steal. She takes the ball from Swan. Good night here for the Park Orioles, and now Roche finds Hegdahl, and that shot off the mark. And the Orioles are relishing this game tonight here. 5:54 to go, and they got plenty of time to celebrate this one. They bring it down the home stretch. Rebound, Isis Brown fighting with it with Anissa Wolf. And that's the jump ball call. Possession arrow favors the Orioles. As we look at that, nice feed from Siegel to Hegdahl. Sounds like a law firm, Siegel and Hegdahl. Who knows, they may be. All right, substitutions now. Roche will have a seat, gives way to number 2. That's Zoe Bohrod, B-O-H-R-O-D, a junior. See who else we can catch everybody checking in. Also into the match, number 1, Janiyah Watkins, number 10. She's in the far corner as St. Louis Park brings the ball up, and that is Bohrod. To number 10, Siegel. Bohrod makes the dribble, then goes left, picks up to Isis Brown. Brown driving the net. I thought she dragged her foot, could have been a traveling call, but her shot off the rim, rebound to Coleman. Coleman will bring it up herself with Brooke Miller on the right. Now Miller has it. Handles the ball well. Now to number 24, and that shot. 24 is Wolf, of course, short of the rim. And now with it for the Orioles is Zoe Borod. Borod now. Looks over to the right side, comes back away, gets it down underneath to Isis Brown. Quick shot, and she draws the foul and gets the bank-in shot. And Isis Brown has worked hard here, folks, and she might have been on the wrong end of a couple calls, most recently that foul out there. So it's nice to see her get some love with the backboard there, and a couple points and a foul and a chance at the line. So she's worked hard. Isis Brown will go for the and one. The junior center off the bench. Interesting free throw style with that moving right foot. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Maybe it's hurt, but she didn't want to be set, but she grew up. I'd like to see if she gets another free throw opportunity. I'd like to see if that's part of her setup. And now checking in there is number 40. That's Emma Amon, a junior. She'll come in for Siegel, who had a nice sequence there with a couple steals, and Arsenio Richardson giving her all nice big hug there. Oh, he's still over there to shake her hand. He's a good guy. I wouldn't mind playing for him. Okay, now, Brooklyn Miller. Olivia Olsen. Now Miller. And that's Wabin. Miller comes away with it. Nice job of crowding the ball, doing a little spin move. Now Olsen. She's being guarded by number 42. I haven't mentioned her name. That's Jordan McMahon, the 9th grader, guarding Olsen. And off the JV in the match. And now going down hard. That's number 20. Maria Hasper, who's also in the match. Just going to make sure we get all the names for Benilde. I think we got everyone so far. Mentioning Hasper with the red headband, and now throwing it in with 2:31 to go. That's number 20. Alina Jaranilla, the junior. We haven't mentioned her yet tonight, so she's in the match. Now gives it up to number 40, that's Ammon, to number 20, Jaranilla. Now driving the lane on the right side, that's number 50, and I don't have a name for her. Sorry. 50 for the Orioles is not on my program, I'm sorry to say. And meanwhile, we have a whistle on the other end as we look at the replay, so I can tell you what I think. And oh, that's Wabin getting hammered by who I was talking about, Jordan McMahon. She draws a foul, and there is Kaylia Wabin. And we got a timeout here with 1:50 to go, taken by Swan and Benilde, just maybe with some newer players in there just to get them organized. I think that's a good idea, even though the game is not in doubt in terms of the outcome. If we look at the conference standing before tonight, so Chaska 4-0, Robbinsdale Cooper. Looking at Benilde's schedule, see that's they got Robbinsdale Cooper, and so does St. Louis Park. That Park Robbinsdale Cooper game could be a good one if you want to come down and watch that at St. Louis Park Arena, or go over to Robbinsdale Cooper. None of these schools are that far apart in this conference, which is nice. Where I grew up, Shakopee, we played Hutchinson. We were driving all over the place. Orono, Buffalo, hour-long drives around in this conference. Everything's pretty quick, pretty short, all freeway most of the time. Chaska's probably about as far as it gets. Chanhassen and Chaska. All right, now Wabin at the line as we wait for St. Louis Park to break their huddle. So Benilde, they'll go to 2-3 in the conference standings, and St. Louis Park will go to 4-1. So they're going to be up there vying for the conference championship. So we're just midway through our just beginning parts of the conference schedule. So keep an eye on those sports pages. Very competitive Metro West Girls Varsity League here this year. Fun to watch. Okay, now Wabin makes that shot. Wabin has been impressive. Had some nice plays out there. She misses that second one. Rebound to number 12. And I don't have a name for her either on the Park team. Sorry about that. So that's number 50. To Number 12 drives. And that is number 20, who we do know is Alina Jaranilla. And that's number 40, that is Amon, and she drives a running jump shot, she gets it to go in. Nice touch by Amon displayed there. Those running jumpers are tough, and she just displayed the right amount of touch to allow that ball to go in. Nice skill demonstrated there by Amon. Amon, the junior JV player, getting on the scoring register. 37-77. I'm not much of a math major, but that's 40-point difference. Big win here for St. Louis Park. Sending a message to the Metro West Conference as the clock is running, 57 seconds now. And in the match there is number 14, that's Rachel Hines. Off the JV, now in the game, that's number 12, Rutherford. And she drives left, and that ball's out. Waubin fights for the rebound. Nice job by Waubin. Showing great effort there to get that rebound. Now she drives, gives it up to Brooklyn Miller. Brooklyn Miller drives left. Now Rutherford drives the lane and stuffed by number 42, Jordan McMahon. Nice defense by McMahon. Some good JV players, and Waubin sends up the long sky three and almost made that. That almost brought rain down, but I like those shots. That was great. Watch for Waubin in the future. There's a little talent there, I think. All right, ball out of bounds, clock still running, 37-77. It's probably gonna be the final score unless Brooklyn Miller can make something happen. 5 seconds to go. To the right side, Rutherford will take a shot, and nice block again by Jordan McMahon as she ends the matches with 2 block shots. And she is showing a big smile there on the right side of our screen there. Nice job by her. So that's your score, 77-37. So for Paul Broden, our producer, and everyone connected with ParkTV 16 Sports, I'm Robert Christensen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.